Now, back to Sunrise on News Radio 880 KCMX.
Swaying to the symphony of destruction.
Good morning, everybody. 17 minutes after the hour. Welcome back to the Sunrise Show. And such a fun time to welcome on a real special guest, Dr. Ginger. And she's worked all her life for nutrition. She's a chiropractic doctor by trade, but has gotten into nutrition, the three-pronged approach, the mind-body connection, the super nutrition, and detoxification. She founded Dr. Ginger LLC. You can get her on the web, thedrginger.com. And it also goes to her newest book, the rainbowjuicecleanse.com, and her book comes out April 7th. Want to welcome her onto the program. Dr. Ginger, how are you?
Hey, Craig, I'm great. I always love to be on your show. It's always so much fun.
Well, we have such a great time, and you did a precursor, and it's so interesting. I mean, bottom line is food is not food anymore, and it's such a challenge now to migrate through the GMOs and what works and what doesn't, and there's so many bad eating habits, and your boot camp is amazing. It's free. I did the 7-day email boot camp, and day 3, we talked about this last time, the Vitamin Robbers report, right? And
yeah, absolutely. You get that for free. It's a 10-page report that gives you a lot of information about how your over-the-counter, like drugs like aspirin or antacids, as well as your prescription medications, how they deplete your body of nutrients, and specifically which nutrients, and then what symptoms you can develop from that. So many times, doctors are prescribing medications for signs and symptoms, but really it's because of the first drug that they prescribed, depleting nutrients and causing these side effects.
Well, exactly.
So that's a great report.
Well,
you
yeah,
get that for free.
And that's what is it? Day 3 of a 7-day boot camp, and you talk about GMOs, you talk about sugar, you talk about healthier eating and salt and everything else. But this rainbowjuicecleanse.com, your recent book coming out April 7th, the Rainbow Juice Cleanse, and this is cool because not only you got this book that you've worked so hard on, but coming up Thursday, you're going to be on the Dr. Oz show.
Yeah, I had the great opportunity to be on Dr. Oz and talk about the book, as well as, the theme of this segment is about energy. And so we talk about how juicing, and therapeutically speaking, where juicing comes from is from healing centers, nourishing people, giving them nutrients that their body can't extract because their bodies are so sick from cancer and various other diseases. And so that's kind of where it came from. But the trend in juicing, which I'm very excited about, so many people are juicing, but the problem is, we have such a sugar addiction in our society. The natural inclination for most people is to juice not vegetables and greens and sprouts and those types of things, but they want the sweet stuff. They start juicing fruit. And really, from a therapeutic, from a healing perspective, I mean, I'm not against eating fruit, and I'm not against, fruit juice if you're healthy, but from a healing perspective, it's not doing the average consumer good. It's really more of a lateral move than an upward move because of the sugar, the fructose in fruit.
Yeah.
So if you have candida, if you have cancer, if you're trying to lose weight, if you have diabetes, you're doing yourself a disservice. And you really, and my whole book is about juicing vegetables, herbs, and spices.
Don't you say eat your fruits, juice your veggies?
I do. And again, I'm not against eating fruit. Fruit provides lots of great nutrients for us and lots of great phytochemicals. However, if you eat it, then the fiber is there to slow down that blood sugar rush. And so I encourage people to start dabbling in, and that's why I have different phases in the book. I have a warm-up and a rev-up to help people kind of ease their way into it, because your taste buds are tainted. If you're eating the standard American diet, your taste buds are tainted from salt and sugar and MSG and all these chemicals. And so you don't appreciate the taste of a fresh vegetable juice like you should.
So this Rainbow Juice Cleanse, I mean, people might think, going to get into this whole juice cleansing thing, but I love the cover because you said it's the rainbow colors, and it's all vegetables in that cover. Lose weight, yes, boost energy, and supercharge your health. And, the human body is so amazing how, I use that word or that phrase, self-healing, but it's true, isn't it?
It absolutely is, if you give your body the right tools. And that's one of the huge problems today, is we're so caught up in our fast-paced world and our fast food, or fat food, I call it, drive-thrus and packaged and processed. And, we're not, doing enough, even in the summertime, growing our own food the way we used to, that, we're getting away from common sense. We're getting away from real food and eating man-manipulated foods, which are really, in reality, benefiting the pocket of those corporations, not your health.
Oh,
so
my gosh.
in the book,
Yep.
if you're not a juicer, that's okay. This book can still be for you, because there's over 50 recipes, food and juice recipes, and I have different phases where you kind of phase your way into it. You can start with the food, and the foods are clean, non-GMO, organic, as least processed as possible foods, and they're delicious from breakfast to dessert. And Craig, I can't wait to get a book in my hand that I can send to you for you to try these desserts. They are absolutely amazing, and that's where some people might want to start, because once you feel like you can have a dessert and you're not deprived, then the rest of it is like easy.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. We're talking with Dr. Ginger, and her book is coming out April 7th, therainbowjuicecleanse.com, and you can get right on there and get signed up. There's actually a free 7-day boot camp, comes in on email. You won't believe it. And what's so amazing is people don't realize the self-help, the self-healing properties, but also your energy level and how you feel, and you don't have to take drugs or caffeine to do it. So many people are resorting on that. I mean, I got a cup of coffee sitting right here. I'm busted.
Craig. We've got to work on that.
Exactly. Well, we've got a break coming up, but when we come back, I want to get into depth more of what this is. And you would think what Dr. Oz is going to be talking about, I guess we really can't say, but they'll have to watch the show on Thursday the 26th, right? Dr. Oz is going to be having you on the show this week.
Check your local listings for the time and the exact channel.
Very good, very good. Well, we're going to continue with Dr. Ginger right after this break. Eat Your Fruits, Juice Your Veggies, and her most recent book coming out April 7th, The Rainbow Juice Cleanse. Get to her website. You can either go thedrginger.com or therainbowjuicecleanse.com, either one, and get there. And then, of course, hit us up on Facebook and Twitter, and all of our Twitter fans listening around the world. You're tuned in to the Sunrise Show on News Radio 880 KCMX. Back with Dr. Ginger after this update from the Bloomberg market.
So get up.
Top of the morning to ya.
Now, back to Sunrise on News Radio 880 KCMX.